Shalom, shalom, family. It's your brother Yaakov. Looking more like Woodrow this week. My apologies, man. Allergy season is upon us. I ain't want to hit y'all with the red eyes. Even through the frames, you probably would have seen it. Like, oh, you look crazy. So, did my best to cover that up this week. But prayerfully, next week we'll be back to normal. Kicking it with my scholarly frames. My little boy look, my little James look from when I was a little one. That's what I remind myself of when I put them on. That's why I love to wear them for real. But as y'all can see, I got my Myers-Briggs test results on my chest this week. INFJ, introverted, feeling, and judging. And people try to say judging is a bad thing, but the scriptures say, he that is spiritual judgeth all things. So I try my best to stay in the spirit and judge and feel. Definitely have a lot of empathy. And that's what that means. I was talking to a lady. I have a couple of these shirts with different messages on them, and I had one on the other day, and the lady told me that in Korea, she lived in Korea for a while, and she said that they actually put this on their dating profile so the person can know what type of person they're dealing with upon before meeting them. I think that's why it's like so many people take so much time focusing on appearance when sometimes you know that personality, man. Like, shoot, for me, if somebody's personality ain't right, it don't matter how good they look, they not for me. If their personality is not a match for real. And this is, like pretty effective because you actually take a test and they ask you questions. And based on your answers, that's how they come up with the answers. Like, whereas though, like, people go off of like signs and horoscopes and all that stuff and your birth, what month you was born in. Like, man, you could be any kind of way born in a month. This is actual test that they ask you questions, and based on those answers, that's how they know which personality type you are. So Myers-Briggs, if anybody wanted to check it out, I might type it up here, but that's not what we're here to talk about this week. We're here to talk about, shout out to the brother Dante Young, with his group, the Retain Gang. Yeah, man, because something he said, along with something that my sister Tori sent me, put me on this path, and then I just kept seeing more stuff all throughout the week, confirmation on this topic. So I put this together with the help of the Most High, inspiration of the Most High, of course, in His Word. I can't take no credit. All praises go to Him. But this is what we're going to talk about, starting with Psalm 119 and 71. It was good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. New Living Translation. My suffering was good for me, for it taught me to pay attention to your decrees. Talking to the Most High. This is Sirach, chapter 2, verses 1 through 6. My child, if you are going to serve Yah, be prepared for times when you will be put to the test. King James Version said, prepare thy soul for temptation. Verse 2, be sincere and determined. Keep calm when trouble comes. Remember that series of memes that used to came out a couple years ago, like keep calm this, keep calm that, and someone say I can't keep calm because I'm this, or I can't keep calm because it's my birthday, or whatever the case may be. This says one more time, be sincere and determined. Keep calm when trouble comes. Don't panic, don't go into a frenzy, don't do nothing stupid, just keep calm. Verse 3, stay with Yah, never abandon him, and you will be prospered in your end of your days, at the end of your days. Verse 4, accept whatever happens to you, even if you suffer humiliation, be patient. Verse 5, gold is tested by fire, and human character is tested in the furnace of humiliation. Or King James Version says adversity. And I tend to like that a little better because King David prayed to never be put to shame and never be humiliated. This is Psalm 31 and 1, and I pray that like every day for real. Verse 8, trust Yah, and he will help you. Walk straight in his ways and put your hope in him. This is something I know for me to work on, and something for anybody else who might need it, because I admit sometimes that when things happen that I didn't expect to happen, I was tempted to go astray. Like, I felt like I got sucker punched, and it just like in that daze, in that being punch drunk, I fell into doing something that I had no business doing, for real. But that's really the test, like when tested in the furnace of adversity. So it's like when things don't go your way, that's when it's even more important to do the right thing than it is, because it's pretty easy to do the right thing. What they say, when the sun is shining, everything going good, for real. Let's continue on. This is verse 7. All you that fear Yah, wait for him to show you his mercy. Do not turn away from him, or you will fall. I had dreams of me, like turning away and going back to my old lifestyle at times. And it's like, and even in the dreams, it never ended well for me. Like they were so bad that it would wake me up out my sleep. Like I'd be sleep to the world and I'd wake up like, like how the people be in the movie just hyperventilating. Like, yo, had to really look around and realize that it wasn't real. So it's like, he put the fear, what they say, the fear of God, that fear be in me, man. I'm scared to turn away for real. I'd rather, with my brother Martin told me that he used to sing with, well, he still sing with the group, the Choir Boys. I was telling him how I was feeling, convicted to move away from my old lifestyle, but I was like, I don't want everybody to be mad at me. And he said to me something real. He's like, who would you rather have mad at you? All the people or the Most High? And that's what basically, when I answered that question, that's what helped me to make my decision. That's when I got up out of there for real. But yeah, this is verse 8. All you that fear Yah, trust him, and you will certainly be rewarded. That make me think of MC Hammer begging, put on the hammer, and you will be rewarded. But I'd rather get my reward from the Most High. Shout out to the brother, though, that we got to pray this to make it today. Still get some airplay on my phone and streaming services. For real, for real. This is verse 9. All ye that fear Yah, look forward to his blessings of mercy and eternal happiness. I always say that I'd rather have it a little rough for a little while and have it great for eternity than enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season or a little while, like it says in Hebrews 11 and 25, and have it rough for eternity, because eternity is forever. I can't even put that into words or make it any more articulate, I'm sure somebody has somewhere, but I don't have the words for it, but that's a long time, man. This is James, or Yaqub, chapter 1, verses 2 and 3. Verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Verse 4. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. New Living Translation. Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. It don't just saying an opportunity for joy to come out of it. Like, instead of saying, why is this happening to me? I saw a meme that said that. Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? And that's with that mentality and that mindset, it'll be way easier to endure the trials that come upon us and to be shaped by them rather than just taking it as a attack, This is verse 3. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. Verse 4. So let it grow. For when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. This is Psalm 23 and 1. This is what that made me think of. Yah is my shepherd, I shall not want. Good News Translation says, Yah is my shepherd, I have everything I need. And speaking of that, man, I sung at a homegoing service yesterday. Shout out to my brother Gene. And man, oh man, like it was these sisters there. I wrote this, mind you, I wrote this probably on Monday or Tuesday when I was studying. I wrote this down for to be able to bring it to y'all. And then I sung at the service, and out of nowhere, I wrote about that song. And then these two ladies, man, it was a mom and a daughter. And when I tell you their voices, oh my goodness, and they sung that song, they really ministered in that place, man. Shout out to them. I don't remember their names, but those two sisters ministered that song. And it was so wild that I wrote this, and then that happened. That's why, they always say, like, the life and death is in the power of the tongue, and like those who love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So you gotta make sure, be careful of what you think about, talk about, write about, and all that stuff, because stuff really come to life. But somebody said it very simply: words are life. So you gotta be very careful. So it's just wild that came to me, and then I got to hear that beautiful rendition yesterday. So back to the verse. Yah, one more time, Good News Translation. Yah is my shepherd. I have everything I need. So let him guide us, and we will not lack anything that we need. Just like it says in the scriptures version, it said, Yah is my shepherd, I do not lack. And so, with that being said, sometimes that's the way he makes it Spiritually, he make it so we lack nothing because he make us work them spiritual muscles. He make us grow them spiritual muscles. So when things happen after that, we'll be able to look at when a problem, similar problem come along, we just come and be like, oh, that's nothing. I whipped it the last time with the help of the Most High, so we gonna whip it this time. You feel me? So yeah, this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. It says, now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. New Living Translation. No discipline is enjoyable while it is happening. It's painful, but afterward there will be a peaceful harvest of right living for those who are trained in this way. It's building our spiritual muscles, like I just said, so, and making us who our Heavenly Father created and designed us to be since he formed us in the wombs of our mothers, like it says in Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 5. So if you're going through something, or when you find yourself going through something, because life is seems to be a series of ups and downs. When you find yourself going through something, keep pushing, keep praying, draw closer to the Most High. Don't leave him when them trouble comes. Keep calm, just like it says. And in the end, we win. I read the back of the book. I'm sure everybody who turned in here have, and if you haven't, I encourage you to, you know what I'm saying, just read his word, read his promises. Start with Psalms. I would say start with Psalms and Proverbs. Those are like some of my favorites just for everyday life, and just work your way through. Get that Torah up in you, man. Just get that word up in you, so that when things happen, it, like I say, Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, those are books that's so practical. Like it show you anything that happened in life is in there. You know, so it show you how you supposed to act when certain things come. Give you that wisdom that we need. And that's why I say my suffering was good for me, because I had time where I was just like bunch of downtime. And it said through opportunity of little business, that's when a man becomes wise. I had like 2-3 years that all I was doing every day was just studying. So then when I got back into the real world and life started coming at me fast, I ain't passed every test, but I definitely did better than I was before I got that wisdom up in me. And it's like the Most High still give me opportunities to get it right. And I'm still here trying to get it right, but in the same time, I'm passing along gems of places I have been and things I have done, in hopes that somebody listening won't have to go through that and won't make the mistakes that I made, and might make better decisions, because I'm letting you know how it worked out for me when I made the wrong decision. And that's really the whole purpose of me being here doing this. But this seems like it's going to be a nice and short one. I'm always excited about that. Say much in few words. I don't be trying to be before y'all long. I definitely don't want to bore y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Please remember to hit that like button for me if you liked it. Subscribe so you get the next one. I heard they was, like I said, I heard they was showing the notification to a couple people. Told me they seen them. So hey, that's a blessing. I'm happy about that. So subscribe so you get the notifications, and comment, because I like talking to y'all. You know, love talking to my people, man. We build each other, especially y'all send scriptures, send encouraging words and stuff like that. I love it. Till next time, Most High bless and keep each and every one of y'all. Prayerfully we do this again real soon. Shalom.